Stellar value equivalent to 26865 rands a coin. The present cost range 259.19 to 269.96. The earlier day close 268.115. The change was plus the 750s plus 287%. Opposite rate ZAR to XLM. Stellar cost expectation for July 2024. To start with, cost at 257 rands. Exorbitant cost 292, while low cost 254. The found the middle value of cost 269. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 273, change for July 62%. Stellar estimate for August 2024. To start with, cost at 273 rands. Exorbitant cost 288, while low cost 250. The found the middle value of cost 270. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 269, change for August 15%. Stellar cost expectation for November 2024. At the outset, cost at 280 rands. Excessive cost 304, while low cost 264. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 283. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 284, change for November 14%. Stellar figure for December 2024. Initially cost at 284 rands. Excessive cost 352, while low cost 284. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 312. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 329, change for December 15.8%. Stellar cost expectation for January 2025. Initially cost at 329 rands. Excessive cost 4,000, while low cost 329. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 358. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 374, change for January 13.7%. Stellar conjecture for February 2025. Before all else, cost at 374 rands. Excessive cost 423, while low cost 367. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 390. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 395, change for February 5.6%. Stellar cost expectation for Walk 2025. Before all else, cost at 395 rands. Exorbitant cost 395, while low cost 318. The found the middle value of cost 363. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 342, change for spring 13.4%. Stellar conjecture for April 2025. At the outset, cost at 342 rands. Excessive cost 425, while low cost 342. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 377. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 397, change for April 16.1%. Stellar cost expectation for May 2025. At the outset, cost at 397 rands. Excessive cost 430, while low cost 374. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 401. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 402, change for May 13%. Stellar gauge for June 2025. In the first place, cost at 402 rands. Exorbitant cost 499, while low cost 402. The found the middle value of cost 442. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 466, change for June 15.9%. Stellar cost expectation for July 2025. In the first place, cost at 466 rands. Exorbitant cost 506, while low cost 440. The found the middle value of cost 471. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 473, change for July 15%. Stellar gauge for August 2025. In the first place, cost at 473 rands. Excessive cost 515, while low cost 447. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 479. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 481, change for August 17%. Stellar cost expectation for September 2025. Initially cost at 481 rands. Excessive cost 504, while low cost 438. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 474. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 471, change for September 21%. Stellar estimate for October 2025. To start with, cost at 471 rands. Exorbitant cost 584, while low cost 471. The found the middle value of cost 518. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 546, change for October 15.9%. Stellar cost expectation for November 2025. To start with, cost at 546 rands. Exorbitant cost 546, while low cost 464. The found the middle value of cost 514. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 499, change for November 86%. Stellar estimate for December 2025. To start with, cost at 499 rands. Exorbitant cost 571, while low cost 497. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 525. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 534, change for December 7%. Stellar cost expectation for January 2026. At the outset costed 534 rands. Excessive cost 581, while low cost 505. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 541. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 543, change for January 17%. Stellar conjecture for February 2026. At the outset cost at 543 rands. Excessive cost 543, while low cost 443. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 501. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 476, change for February 3%. Stellar cost expectation for Walk 2026. Initially cost at 476 rands, excessive cost 518, while low cost 450. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 482. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 484, change for spring 17%. Stellar estimate for April 2026. To start with cost at 484 rands. Exorbitant cost 566, while low cost 484. They found the middle value of cost 516. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 529, change for April 93%. Stellar cost expectation for May 2026. At the outset cost at 529 rands. Excessive cost 563, while low cost 489. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 527. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 526, change for May's 16%. Stellar figure for June 2026. Initially cost at 526 rands. Excessive cost 571, while low cost 497. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 532. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 534, change for June 15%. Stellar cost expectation for July 2026. Before all else cost at 534 rands. Excessive cost 581, while low cost 505. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 541. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 543, change for July 17%. Stellar conjecture for August 2026. Before all else cost at 543 rands. Excessive cost 568, while low cost 494. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 534. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 531, change for August 2%. Stellar cost expectation for September 2026. In the first place cost at 531 rands. Exorbitant cost 659, while low cost 531. They found the middle value of cost 584. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 616, change for September 16%. Stellar gauge for October 2026. In the first place cost at 616 rands. Exorbitant cost 669, while low